I just got off the online on the Transit Connect forum, and somebody was talking about putting in a dash cam, which I did. So I figure, hey, I might as well make a video on how I did it. I don't know how appropriate this is for other types of transits. My Connect is a cargo style, and it has this area here which gives me access to things. I don't know how this is all laid out on the titaniums and the other styles, but this one, I now have my dash cam right here. The wire runs up underneath the edge here, runs along, and you remove this. It's a simple series of pop outs. The top one is connected because when the airbag comes out, that keeps this over here. There is an airbag that runs all the way up along here. But having this open here allows me access down, and down inside of here, which also comes to this area, and that gives me access to this. This then gives me access, and that comes through find the latch. That comes through up in here, which gives me access around. I can tie the wires in. I drilled a little hole in that little plastic piece right there, and that gives me access. Zip tied it to the ground strap here. I have the wire that comes around. This wire, this one here, is the one to my dash cam, and that comes in to here, and in here I've got a fuse extender. This thing's a little bit of a pain to get off. You got to take the battery cover off and then take this off, and I'm not going to worry about doing that. It's just a fuse extender, which means it plugs in where an existing fuse goes, and you put a fuse in for that one, and that reconnects that fused connection. And then above that is another fused connection to a wire, and the wire is then hooked to whatever you want to add in. So you now have two fused connections coming off of that power bus. This fuse is for my trailer wiring, so I'll go ahead and talk about that while I'm here. That is actually bolted directly to the battery, since it has to be always on so that your brake lights and everything else works. That's hooked directly to a battery. I could have used a fuse extender in here on an always on circuit, but since it came with this, I just used that. So like I said, the wire comes from here. Got it zip tied in a couple places to keep it from chafing through. This place right here is not that bad, but once I put the cover back on, I think it kind of covers that, so I don't have to worry about that chafing through here. Through that hole, and then run up along. There are these little wire holders here. Put through the wire holders and up inside of here, runs across to here, and then comes out, and I now have power. That is fused to a keyed switch, or keyed fuse, which means if I turn the ignition key off, loses power, which is the way it's designed. It automatically goes into park mode, and it's all set. Now I turn the key on, it automatically this wire comes on, which comes out here. This wire actually goes to a power port. So the dash cam's adapter is plugged into an always-on power port. And like I said, I have room up here. I don't know if your van does or not. You might have to reorganize that. But obviously you can't run this directly off of a 12-volt system. It's off of the power adapter, so you have to put the power port in.